Mulishani mkwe.
Wena mulishani mkwe.
Nchwebwina nomba nakukava.
Yeah, it's summer of course.
Ni October, it's hot.
Summer.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Summer limbia vera kuvasungu. Kuda nakukava. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the month of October and it's so hot. Zambian weather, October. If you are from outside Zambia, if you are planning on traveling to Zambia this month, please take note. This is one of the hottest months we have in Zambia. You know, so find yourself a place that has some aircon at least, or just take heed. For my fellow friends from Europe, carry your umbrellas and your sunscreen. With that said and done, welcome back to this episode of the Land of Work and Joy podcast. I'm your host, Mr. K, and my co-host,
Blessed.
Okay, thought you might have changed your name.
Well.
Guy, my musician,
Blessed.
They know I won't feel after a few months. Now I'm not feeling this one. I'm instead of blessed, I'm praised.
Actually, there's been a guy who's been like, no,
you
can't be blessed. Change your name. Like, so like, yo, if you're a musician, so you think your name is more special than me, or you think your name is more appealing than my name. No.
So now from my child, someone was saying that the co-host were blessed. But I make us like he's a skittish guy.
Alichana Moiz wafuna gangster shari boy. Yeah.
Atumulicha mwizi.
Anichana mflex.
Better. Anyway, let's not waste too much time. Let's get into what we have for this episode. Let's start off on a bit of a sad note. We had one of the people from the entertainment industry, unfortunately, once again, passed away.
Yeah.
The person who passed away is Mpali star Wanga Zulu, a.k.a. Mai Guru, from the TV series Mpali, which used to show on Zambian Magic, which still does show on Zambian Magic, by the way. Yeah, she unfortunately passed away on 9th October 2025, around 23 hours. She was aged 51 years old. She passed away after suffering a stroke while on set filming. Yeah, so that is the unfortunate demise of Madam Wanga Zulu. May her soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate and must have been a bit traumatic for everybody who was there at the time because she passed away on set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't have.
She had a stroke. According to the publication I'm reading from, this is a Zedify Online.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the unfortunate death we have in the entertainment industry. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, death has been hit like this year in the entertainment industry. Like we've lost a couple. Started with Dandy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Mwenemushi, Wanga Zulu.
Yeah.
Not to mention, maybe there are others, but to my knowledge, these are the people I remember. I think it's a sad thing in the entertainment industry.
It's unfortunate. She was good at her role. You know, she touched many hearts through the role that she played.
Yeah.
But I think also, you know, when we watch these people on TV, like TV stars, movie stars, or celebrities in general, it's almost like we look at them like they're unreal. Like,
yeah,
you think they'll live on forever. Like, but when they pass away, it really hits you. Then you think, wow, so this was also just a person. You know,
also
they
met
that mortality.
They get sick.
Yes, but for a while we kind of forget that because we watch them on the screen and put them on this very high pedestal. Yeah. But anyway, that's that. Now around death, okay. There's been something doing the rounds on social media. What we call here in Zambia as Chimbuya, okay? You know, we've seen a lot of people being smeared, Nama and that type of thing. You know, people, of course, they apply some minimum new and that type of thing during funerals. So there's been kind of people are a bit split on the whole Chimbuya thing.
Yeah.
This Chimbuya practice online.
Mm-hmm.
There's one side which says, hey, look, this is our tradition. It's something we practice when one of our tribal cousins dies.
Yeah.
It's something we use to unite ourselves and, strengthen ourselves and bring a little bit of lightness to the situation.
Yeah.
Then on the other hand, there's the other camp also who's kind of saying it's been, I think, taken out of context or proportion.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody alluded to saying that, what is happening now? It's like when somebody dies, people are not waiting. They're immediately going to the funeral houses and smearing people with wunga and powder, which according to these people, it's like it's not supposed to be done that way. Essentially, it's supposed to be done like after burial, payanga mapuisha burial, then such practices can start. And then FYI, it's like when somebody is either walipira kwa something or bakusuba powder, then that money that is paid to those people smearing powder, and then they donate it to the family, And another aspect the other camp is kind of pointing out is to say that you apply on people you are familiar with. Yes, so there are those two camps that are a bit split. I saw a clip from Jeton, but Jeton he was kind of saying, no, this is our tradition, man.
Yeah.
This thing has been done like this for years.
Yeah.
And in certain instances, it even used to be worse. So if you're later and if you're got to know, hey, what's this? It's not the way it's supposed to be. Then the other gentleman, kind of like, no, people must be mature. They should know the time when to do that and how to do it. And the purpose of doing that is to help, those people at the funeral in terms of raising finance and also just that type of thing. But what do you think? Which camp are you on? Do you think it's okay? We should just be smearing people out there like that? Where are you from?
Hey.
Are you an Easterner or you are mixed? But what is your mix?
I'm a mix of Central Province and Eastern Province.
Eastern Province. Where's your father from?
Eastern Province. So
okay.
I'm from the East.
You equally need to be smeared.
Let
them go. Mama, problem must do
yeah. So with me, I'm actually in support of not pouring people with ubunga parapeni ichirilo chachitika o parapeni umuntu afuile, no, because right there people like, the way death is. I think you can only understand death when you get to lose people that are really close to you. So you give people room to mourn and to accept that they've lost their loved ones.
Okay.
So I guess you don't get to show up there and then. Maybe a day. Yeah. But the first day, please leave the relatives to at least mourn. Yeah.
For them to process that initial loss.
When someone you used to see here, like apana so then the next minute, like, okay, they're not going to be there for the next, like,
forever.
I wouldn't say like for the rest of your life until even you die. You never see them. So you give them room to mourn. Yeah, we all agree the Chimbuya thing, but I think I'm not in support of the whole Chimbuya thing coming to play in Parapeni Chidiro Chachitika. Give people time.
Okay.
Yeah, give people time.
Okay. I think the same thing, it's not an easy thing for those people who have lost someone. Like, it's a very heavy thing.
Yeah.
You don't show up at somebody's house this morning and you're trying to have a lighthearted moment on that same day.
Yeah.
It comes off a bit insensitive, I think, regardless of the good intent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a day or two more, then now you can commence.
Yeah.
Or even just say, or maybe not at the... Okay, at the funeral house you can definitely do it, but not on those, like the first 2 days or so. Might face some time like that. Then, like some people are saying, when somebody pays, get that money. Because also, Pachidilo, funerals are a very challenging time
Yeah.
in the African setup.
Yeah.
Because Fialipusanako with our friends Abasungu and the likes. White people Abasungu, when they have a funeral, to be a very small affair, very close-knit type of thing. Few people here and there, maybe they'll mourn for one day via kumia. But in Africa, my friend, if you come to Zambia, Chidido, we call it Chidido. That's a funeral now, bro. Like, if you have your mbuya from the village
They'll need
coming
to
so many
travel.
kilometers, they'll need to travel. Maybe they don't have transport money. They'll need to travel. All those relatives coming from different places will come. And they'll be staying there at the funeral house.
For a couple of days?
Yes, for a couple of days, you know. Now, those people need to be fed, they need to be accommodated.
When
That's
going back,
all
they need
money.
transport.
Yes. That's all money. So it's not an easy thing. It becomes almost, to a certain extent, like a burden to host that funeral.
Yeah.
You know, so coupled with grieving, it just creates quite a very difficult situation.
True.
So if that Chimbuya can even be more repurposed to really just generate that little income that can be used at the funeral, I think that can be quite helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, it's okay. You can have your lighthearted moments. There's nothing wrong with it. But just timing. Everything, I think, is about timing.
Timing, yeah.
Especially
true.
with death. I think if you're too quick with it, there's a way in which it comes out. It's like certain situations. We all go through this. You might lose somebody close to you, or you have, losses. In that moment, it would be a somber moment. But after some time, like,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
But with that, I think, give it a bit of space.
Some time.
Yeah, some time so that people can process. I think the other gentleman, he's an actor. He was one who was saying, like, no, guys, timing. I think he was a bit misunderstood,
I think the reason why they misunderstood him is that why did you come to social media? Why didn't you just maybe call? Like, okay, you sit us down, then have like, okay, bro, now, I understand the whole Chimbuya thing, but please, let's give people at least some time to mourn before we act on the other Chimbuya thing.
But again,
so they're all complaining like, yeah, but why? But why can you just, like, we young is like, call us.
Okay, but again, I think you see where he's coming from also. It's a public thing that has happened. So some of the people that he knows are involved with that. They are practicing fiafine, but they end up. But I think for him, he was looking at it like to use it as a teachable moment for the wider population.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
To sensitize people widely. Because it's not just that group of people who are doing that. There are a lot of people who are going to see that and then pick up that and maybe misconstrue it or take it out of context and just go do that.
Yeah.
So I think he felt that he needed to address it on that platform.
Okay.
So that message is received widely.
I guess maybe you'd have done that after the funeral. Maybe when the funerals are happening, you call the guys that are doing the same, talk to them. Then now, after the funeral, you kind of address it to
the public.
Yeah,
I guess so. Maybe we can still bring it back to timing again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that with the Chimbuya and whatnot, those type of practices. So let's move on to our next topic. Okay. Do you believe in polygamy? Or are you for the idea of polygamy?
I think with me, I'm okay with the idea of polygamy.
Do you intend to be a polygamist?
If I like... So here's the thing. I want to acquire a sorry, right?
Before you answer this, mask All
right, so here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. This is my opinion and not your opinion. But to my opinion...
And are you a Christian, brother?
Yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm a believer.
Let's go.
Thank you. All right, so the whole idea of polygamy, me, I'm with the idea, all right? I don't see anything wrong with polygamy, all right? So me, panofe so blessed, all right? Ngana upa, all right? If my madam, she's okay bringing another woman, I would definitely do that.
Are you serious, man?
Yeah, I'm serious.
But when you say that you are for polygamy, and if your madam will be willing, you will definitely bring another woman. You said you're a Christian.
Yeah.
What does Christianity say about polygamy? What does the Bible say about polygamy?
Like, I don't, in the Bible, I haven't yet come across the verse that says polygamy is a sin.
Okay. You know the reason why I asked you this?
Yeah.
There's a gentleman I saw on Facebook on one of these clips. I think it was on Zambian Whistleblower, a pastor, Moses Lungu, who had the similar sentiments to what you have. He was kind of saying like he's in support of polygamy.
Yeah.
Okay. He says he doesn't really see anything wrong with it. So now, coming from a pastor, when typically, you know, for us Christians, when you talk about polygamy, it's almost like a bit of a taboo. Like, no, you don't do that.
They're over.
It's one man for one woman. Yes. So it was quite interesting when I saw that clip, and it just had me thinking, like, wait, I've never really like done my research on that.
Yeah.
Does the Bible actually have a scripture that says polygamy is wrong?
I like with me, I've never come across such a scripture. Then if you look at the whole context of polygamy, all right, are you committing adultery or is it fornication? All right, the whole context of polygamy, it's I would say it's 3 coming to union or 4.
But the Bible doesn't say that.
Yeah, I know. The Bible, if we go back in the history of Bible or in the Old Testament, if we look at the characters like I would say Abraham, David, Solomon, Jacob, look at them.
They were polygamous.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, but again, in as much as they were polygamous, we also have to examine their lives in relation to polygamy. If you polygamy, what was the result of that? Was it a good situation, or it wasn't the most ideal? Because I think when you look at some of them, like let's take is it Solomon, for instance?
Yeah.
Like because of his polygamous nature, he had so many women. Eventually, they drove him away from God because now they introduce him to all these new false gods and that type
idols
of
and
thing.
ABCD.
Maybe there could be a lesson in that as well. Say, look, if you overindulge in some of these things, you'll be led astray. It doesn't have to literally spell it out for you to say no, but don't do A, B, C, and D. How do you think of it in that way?
With me, if you are in a polygamous arrangement and if things are just moving okay, there isn't confusion, the people you've brought together or the people you've married, they are all good, there isn't confusion in your marriage, then well and good. Now, the whole thing, I think the bad side of it is when there's confusion now. Like if there isn't peace.
Okay, so let's put it this way now. Since we're trying to see whether this thing is actually beneficial. Tulandeso, what are the pros and cons of a polygamous marriage? What do you think those are, according to you? Let's start with the pros. Since you are saying that you want to be in a polygamous marriage.
You want to be in the
and if you have the chance, mukope.
Yeah, if I had the chance, so like, hey, I'll become Nguzu.
But I think the challenge that is there for a lot of guys when they think of polygamy, we kind of look at it from more of a sexual point of view. Yes, a desire point of view. We negate a lot of things to say, bro, you're going to be dealing with more than one woman.
The energy, bro. You need a lot of energy. If it was about the whole context of gratification,
It's not the easiest thing, the energy you need to deal just with one woman. Now they give you two, baba. Like, how do you handle that? They have ko kuri finefinefi. Wayako ko kuri finefinefi. Eronga watana maybe 4 or 5. Nga ko finefinefi. Maybe just one of them is in a good mood. It's like, or maybe the whole idea is to alternate their moods. But then I hear again, like when women are kind of like living, anyway, that's if you're not living together as a unit. It's a bit different. But when they're kind of living in the same space, they kind of take on the same moods and energy, So just the chaos, bro. The chaos. And then the other complex thing I would say is issue yaban. Okay? So let's say you have 3 wives. Ukuwa kwata maybe 2, all of them wasa kwata 2. Okay? Now, how do you balance that, your time and attention to all those 3 units in such a way that they perceive that you are fair?
So I think when you're in a polygamous arrangement, I think you must have a structure on how you be striking a balance to all the kids that you have. All right? In such a way that you favor the others a lot. Of course, you know how women are. I think when you're in that arrangement, could have had no. You like those, or let's say you love those, than my children. Yeah. What's the problem? Like, is there something different? But they are also your children.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think when you decide to be in a polygamous arrangement, you must sit down and have a structured thing of how you're going to handle first your women, the kids, and the
Just
family
the whole
at large.
family unit,
Yeah. You must have a proper structure on how you handle certain things.
Yeah. So now let's take, like, for example, an individual like you, a young man like you, who's living in Lusaka. Where are you getting that knowledge on how to make that structure, that unit, to make sure that thing is balanced? Where are you getting that wisdom from?
Okay, so if, let's say me.
Do you have a mentor who's a polygamist?
No, I've never. But I would find one if I was going to get into such an arrangement. I would look for one and sit down with him. Like, okay, I want to get in such an arrangement. Like, I want to get into a polygamous marriage. Like, first I'll ask him, like, how has it been? Do you think it's a good idea to, like, if he explains and everything like that, then I'll pick out the pros, like you've said, and the disadvantage. But if the disadvantages are higher than the advantages, then I'll pull down a bit. But if the advantages are higher, then I'll go for it. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Me, I've said, I can't manage dating kwanishe.
Yeah, but
like, and I always say, like, I always wonder how guys who are players like do it. Where this guy is dealing with 6, 5, or even just 3 women at one time. They all know you. And to be consistent in addressing these women so accurately according to the situation.
Yeah.
No pusanya upon machine. No balancing even just the time. Do you work like
no? So I don't know, but you can manage. You can manage. You can manage. You can manage. I think tafia shupa no shupa sana. Let's say if you are dealing, I'll put it. Let's say if I was dealing with
you sound like you're a suspect. You're a player. That is not difficult.
I can't be a playboy, sir.
No, but then how do you find it easy? That's not normal.
Yes.
Hi, man.
Yeah, bro. Like,
with brain power.
Okay, with me, the whole thing, I think I can manage. All right, dealing with 3 or 4 chicks at the same time. All right, because at that point, the whole idea of me dealing with 3 chicks or 4 chicks, I want at the end of the day to have a proper selection in Africa. So the rest of the 3, if I'm dealing with 4,
selection for Ichupo?
Yes. If there are 2 that qualify, then I'll be there now debating who is better than the
That's
other.
a lie.
I'm
You
telling
just have
you,
all
bro.
these chicks lined up so that you can benefit in other ways from them. Not at the end goal is marriage.
The whole end goal is marriage. All right. That's the reason why I would say I'm dealing with 4 chicks. Then the way club first, why time? Okay, uyu muntu first uyu. What's the specific time that she likes calling and like the specific time she likes us to
Okay, break this down. Now this is break it down, man. I want to hear this.
All right, so Clavati, you actually see. Let's say I come like Mary likes calling from 22 to 23. All right, then the rest of the day, like from 6 to 21. You don't talk that much, all right? So, Mr. K, why are you laughing at me?
Yeah, problem.
Yeah, so I'll know, okay, from 22 to 23, I have time to talk to Mary.
Yeah.
And Georgina, she likes talking to me maybe midday. Right, okay. Then I have time. I know midday, Mary won't call. She won't find my phone busy. I'll talk to Georgina.
But what if, you see, you can do all of that.
Yeah.
But there will be a moment and times when those situations will clash. And not just phone calls. Uku wachpanga appointment no. Then uyuna yena isa dudiki. No, let me just go and see my guy. You know, and if it's a very insecure type of person, they even just get up, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah, there's such girls like, why not picking up my calls? Who are you talking to? Like at that point, at this time I was calling. All right, so if you're dealing with 4 chicks, all right, I'm not going to show all the 4 at my place. I'm not doing that.
They can't know how to know your place.
No. There's only one I'm going to show my place. And that person, all right, Nishna Kwata ama characters better than the 3. That's the person I'm showing my place to avoid chaos.
So, imwe you are those guys, napama status. You even have a list you exclude. Like when you post the one girl, you hide from the other ones.
The funny thing is that me, I'm not a posting type of a guy.
That's why you don't post, because you know that
no, why should I be posting? Like, I'll only post something that is official. Like, if we get married, that's when I'll get to post.
Okay, so now to kind of just bring it back a bit to the whole polygamy thing, I think this is where I think, in my opinion, I think polygamy has a bit more of an honesty to it. Because you are upfront and personal with the people you're dealing with. There is no deception there to say that,
Yeah.
Whereas being a player, or some what we see a lot of the times in these monogamous marriages, chakwati, you have a man and woman, they are married. One woman, one man. Okay, husband, wife. But there's a whole lot of cheating that goes on, a whole lot of infidelity.
And a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of dishonesty. But in the polygamous situation, somebody comes up front to tell you, like, look,
I'm bringing another woman.
I'm married, I'm looking for another wife, I'm a polygamous person. Or upon marrying that first woman, or maybe even before marrying, say, look, if we're going to get married, you need to understand that I believe in polygamy.
Yeah.
And this is something that I would want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, in comparison to just somebody just out there lying and what's this. And I think that's a challenge I think a lot of guys have. And I think if we were more honest, we would get a lot more ahead. I think we are afraid of being honest. We think, Valankana or Tayapite program.
Yeah, because the whole thing, like ladies will be like, there'll be ladies like, no, you go and sleep with another woman, then you should be coming to me. It's all no, it's dirty like that.
Yeah.
So they're scared of like, okay, I'll be doing it incognito then.
Yeah. So a lot of guys end up doing that because they are dishonest.
Yeah.
But if you are honest, you would be upfront and tell these women that you're dealing with. Say, oh, look, my situation is like this, and this is how I move. This is how I'm trying to roll. Of course, not everyone is going to be up for that idea.
Yeah.
But at least you are being honest and you're giving somebody the option of opting in or out. And you're not hiding anything from them. In that sense, I think that's a bit of that positive spin on that. There's a bit of honesty in that. Say, okay, this is what you are getting into. Whereas you marry somebody, but you know deep down in your heart that you love to deal with more than one woman. And now when you get married, those habits don't die and you're all over the place. And you'll be surprised just how many women will consent to some of these situations.
Yeah.
But it will be it becomes a very interesting case again now when the woman now reverses that situation and says, okay, since you want to get so many, supposing nine, therefore mpoke so many. Then now it becomes more of a complex situation, like because whatever reasons you can give for that, other than to say that you're a man, a woman can also say, nah, I can't really just deal with one guy. You see that?
Like, that's one thing I wouldn't. If a woman came to me and said, I'm married to this man, but I also want you to be. No. No. No.
That's a no.
That's a no.
Because, sometimes people say, like...
but I bet in this
a lot
society,
of
I think we're
situations.
there.
No, like this life, man, you know... Some of these things, it's just ourselves. It's just us. Some of us who say these things. Or you have your beliefs. People do all sorts of things out there, especially issues of my relationship, sex, and whatnot. You know, if you had to open the door in some of these situations, you would be amazed.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with polygamy, man. Like so. Have you had this discussion with your girl to tell her that, look, you're a polygamous person? Or are you a player pretending to be a polygamous person?
No, I'm not a player.
You're a dishonest man.
Loyal guy.
To more than one woman.
Okay, someone any car. If I'm not married, then you wouldn't say I'm not a honest person. Like, I'm not married.
Yeah.
I would say if let's say I was married, then I'm dealing with other women.
Yes.
That she doesn't know about. Then there you would say I'm not an honest person. But if we're not married, all right.
Yeah.
Like I said in the first place, the whole idea of me getting into a relationship, the end goal is to find someone who's compatible for me, like someone who...
But even women do that. Huh? Like, so if, for instance, a woman, you're one of those women, let's say you're dating a woman, she tells you, bro, you're not the only person I'm seeing right now. I'm dating maybe 2 other guys, and I'm trying to see which one of you is the best option.
I'll accept that. But every time,
yeah, and you see. So in the end now. Then she chooses the other guy.
I was like, okay, go.
But you see, like you're saying, people do that. Be it men or women, they will choose, but they won't be upfront and honest with you. They will just, be selecting them wherever they are seeing that okay, progress. That's where you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not, but the whole idea of polygamous, it's a good thing, I think. To me, my opinion is that it's a good thing.
What are those things that make it good? 1 or 2 points?
Because first of, if you're a Christian, I'd put it like, especially if I'm a Christian, the thing is that you're not breaking the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what is the benefit
Of the
other than
613 laws that came out from the 10 commandments that God gave Moses, there's none
613? But there were
Laws.
10 laws. Okay.
Yeah.
Not commandments. But,
No.
okay.
613 laws, okay, that came out from the 10 commandments.
okay.
There isn't any law that says being in a polygamous arrangement is a sin. No.
Okay.
First John chapter 4 verses 3 says
Mama. Muya sana mwala tufurunganya.
Okay, sorry. So I'll just end there. From the 10 commandments, ngabonse twaliyepo ku Sunday school taparira ndavati
Don't
being
practice
in a polygamous thing, it's
wrong.
It's a sin. No.
Okay. For me, in conclusion, what I would say, like with polygamy, is whether it's bad or good, I don't know. That's something debatable. But I think people can go ahead and practice it, but I don't think it's for everyone.
Yeah.
I think those who want to get into it also have to learn a bit more about it from a mature point of view, not just a desire point of view. Because when you put yourself in a polygamous situation, you're dealing with many people and you create a family. There are different dynamics. It's no longer just about desire.
Yeah.
So you have to understand a lot more things than just thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to have 3 chicks and that type of situation. Yeah. So if somebody wants to go into that, I think it's not the easiest thing to do. Somebody has to be very mature and you have to really understand what you're going into. And it's not for everyone. Some people should just be married to one person. Some people shouldn't just even be married because they can't handle their situation.
Yeah.
But that's about polygamy, you know. What do you think? Are you for polygamy? Is polygamy wrong? Is there specific scriptures that you can refer us to, or specific literature, things that you've read, or teachings that you know that you can help us with to help us understand what this animal called polygamy is? Because we just say, polygamy is taboo. Yeah. But that's about polygamy. But this man...
Very true. Loyal vila vine fepa. Yeah? I know she knows herself. You know yourself. I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's my opinion about polygamy. So I don't know what your opinion is.
Yeah,
but
these are just opinions.
Yeah, my opinion.
They're not facts to us. So you decide what you have to decide, but be informed. Learn a bit more and whatnot.
Pastors, please show us the Bible verses that say polygamous is not is a sin, or it's not acceptable as a Christian.
Yeah. Okay. We can move to our next situation. Zambia men's football team. What is happening there? It seems our performance is just getting worse as time goes by. This is coming from a team that was once looking very promising. When you had, your Patsons were coming up, your Fashions, there was actually a bit of hope to think, maybe we might actually make it with this team to take it to heights of even maybe go into the World Cup. But when you look at the situation now, it's very dire. It's very bad, especially this year.
It got bad.
What's your take on that? What could be the issue? You think what's happening? Is it a coaching thing? Is it the player issue? Or is it more of the administrative side of things with FAS? What could be the problem? Or is it a combination of everything?
Okay, so right now we have a new administration that hasn't been, like I'll say, they haven't been in office for a long time. Right?
Yes.
They haven't been, like, from the time they took the office. So to me, what I think right now with the performance, the first thing first is the coach.
The coach, huh?
Let's fire that guy.
And he doesn't seem to want to go.
Let's fire that guy. I don't know if people at FAS, the secretary, I don't know people that are in charge of writing a termination letter. If they don't know, they can use ChatGPT and send it to his email, please. Like, Avram Grant, to me, is not a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, niyafukonisha fikire nava Ghana to the semi-finals. I would say even before he came to Africa first, when he was coaching Chelsea.
Yes.
All right. Obi Michael said Avram Grant is not a coach. All right. It's just at the time that he was at Chelsea, he found players that took it upon themselves. Like, sometimes, if you did ever coach, then you players, since you know what you want, you know what you want to achieve.
You've got good team chemistry.
Yeah. He found that at Chelsea. That's what Obi Michael said. Then I can't believe I believe what he said if I look at the way Zambia is playing. Kwa coach, like you are down 2-1, then you're just seated.
No sub, no changes.
No changes.
That is sure.
Takwaba.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Takwaba. 9 games. 9 games, 8 losses, 1 win.
1 win.
Then you're still keeping such a coach. Why?
I think also, Muri's situation, I'm not sure what the particulars of his contract are, but I'm guessing there's a clause that has to deal with termination. And it would be maybe a bit costly or a breach of contract if the association fires him now.
I mean, if I was Keith Mwemba, I'd say I'm not the one that did that. Andrew Kamanga, okay, whatever it is,
but
we're getting rid of you. In businesses, it's like that. Sometimes you incur a loss. Sometimes it's a gain on your side.
Yeah.
But in such a context, like we are losing. Look we have Cape Verde.
Yeah.
For the first time in their history, they haven't been playing for a long time, but they've managed to what? To qualify to the World Cup.
Yes.
How long has Zambia been playing football? Since, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we have failed to qualify to the World Cup. I don't know how many times. Which is not a good thing.
Especially that Cape Verde comparison.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Because
we are a team that has won Africa Cup before.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're on the map. People know there's Zambia this side.
And Zambia is a big team in African football. And I think when you talk about teams from Africa, you cannot rule out Zambia.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we never seem to make it to the World Cup.
And in Zambia, I wouldn't say there isn't talent. There are guys that can play in Zambia. There's talent in Zambia.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is, I wouldn't just blame the coach. On the other side, I would say players, even them. Like, I don't know if this time they don't have the hunger to achieve the things that you need to achieve. Yeah, especially for your nation. I don't see I don't see that in the players. I don't see that.
There's low morale in order to get to those goals.
I think it's only in ladies. I think at this time, guys.
Just concentrate on ladies.
Yeah. Toyama guys kumushi abakwete kwechiraka echakuteya bora not them guys abakwete exposure even like I lose, I'm going back to Europe. I'm getting paid such an amount. I think maybe that has contributed to people not really having the hunger to achieve certain things, especially for your nation, knowing that you get paid a lot of money.
I see.
I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't know, but
it definitely hasn't been a good situation. And like you're saying, on the other hand, women's football, at least we can see it okay.
Yeah.
But the progress.
Yes.
We're seeing results and whatnot. But the men's team, oh my goodness. 9 games, 1 win, 8 losses.
Why?
Bruh. That's a terrible record. Not even a draw. So it's we've reached that unfortunate level of poor performance in our football.
Yeah.
But from what I think, like you're saying, I think it's an issue with the coach. For him to go 9 games and only have one win. It shows, it's very telling of what his capability is. You know, he has very poor decision-making skills. He doesn't know how to read the game. He doesn't know how to build chemistry with the players so that he can play them and that type of thing. But I think where the challenge is, like I was saying, you know, the association also has been a bit slow to get rid of him. I think because of contractual issues. Because their member contracts, these guys are clever and when they're coming from Europe and what's this, they know how to, they come with proper representatives who guide them. So, no, make sure you sign each contract. But it must be maybe after like a certain tenure or a certain duration and time period. And like Fewacha and like, oh, Kamanga is one who signed all of these things and what's like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he made the decision on behalf of an institution. So that it was an institution decision. So regardless of who becomes president at that time, you now have to deal with the consequences of your predecessor. You know? And I think also with the new administration, they're quite new. They haven't yet settled in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they're trying to get acclimatized to and, you know, fit into and make sure that everything's in place here and there. So on that end, I think kulikoka a bit of like a disorganization. But for them, I can be a bit more patient on them. But for the old man, no, that man must go.
Yeah,
you know,
because it has costed now Faz, right? Because government has what put off like, oh, we're not going to be funding.
Oh yeah,
the men's national team.
And that's real for them to pull out and just say it's over.
Faz should explain properly why they should be funding the men's national team.
Yeah,
and according to the MOU, I think Minister of Sports, they contribute about $15,000 to the salary of what's this?
Avon Grant. What's his total salary?
It's about
$30,000.
Yeah, somewhere there.
That's a lot of money.
Then then month end move forward.
Like we are not regardless.
Yeah, we are not seeing results while we are paying you money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
And you know, if the money comes from the government, it means directly that's money from us taxpayers.
Yeah.
From the people of Zambia who are paying you and you're not producing results. You're not bringing value to the game. And $15,000 is a lot of money, man. You're talking about what? $30,000 total. For now, 700 pin mambar.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And speaking of Fineviyama salaries, like, and coaches as well, do you think maybe it's time we also try to take a shot focus more on locally grown and engaged coaches in comparison to the ones like whenever we feel like, oh, because the cost is also astronomical.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't believe that Tatoa Kwatama coaches who can take us to those heights. You know?
They are there. The sad thing is that if they were to employ a local coach, they wouldn't be giving the guy such an amount of money. Sometimes cool ashtana skip payments. No,
unfortunate.
Yeah.
You see, we have no respect for local coaches. But we need to empower them, you know, because when we empower them, there's a lot of benefit we have from that. Those are skills that are that they'll be at our disposal. Then two, it won't be as costly as getting a foreign coach.
Yeah.
Because, you know, these European coaches, they come with these astronomical budgets and requirements. And I think in a country like Zambia, bro, we should be spending that much money on these things.
Every month.
Yeah. They just give the local coach like a good amount. Make sure you pay him. I mean, if you can pay somebody 700 pin every month, you know, every month. Mwampela na matageta tuchite so. You are telling me that tufike kokunani can kuwasis?
We can.
You know.
We can. It's a pity.
It's unfortunate.
It's like for men's football in Zambia. I don't know. So yeah, because December person ni Africa Cup.
Yeah.
AFCON katwishinga tukakwanishana kufuma mama nkani. My group stages. Because in the groups, like in the group where we are, there's Morocco.
That's one slot good. Hey. That's one slot good.
Morocco, Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. You would say Comoros, but
no, but
even
like,
them, because
at the rate we're playing, bro, even Comoros can knock you out. Like,
because we failed to win Morocco World Cup qualifiers because we're in the same group, home and away, they beat us. Then what makes you think that you're going to beat them by home ground during the AFCON?
And just typically, like, Morocco is a tough team. It's not a walkover team.
Yeah, because the last World Cup, number 3, number 4.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's not a walkover team. So in the Africa Cup, like, don't
they
get
managed
your
to
hopes
beat Belgium. They managed to beat Portugal. World Cup, last World Cup.
Okay. Don't just get your hopes high. And those people who bet, maybe it's time you just start betting against Zambia now. Get your ticket and make a bit of money from it. Yeah, but seriously, they need to do something about the coach. Panto, at this rate, I don't think he's run his course. I don't see where the improvement is going to come from.
Going to the World Cup wasn't part of the program. Like, bro,
what? Who doesn't want to go to the World Cup?
We haven't been to the World Cup. Like, it would be a plus on your side, Nangwa. Then you manage us to take us to the World Cup. Like,
even on his CV, that's a very short-sighted thing.
Then why is that? No, it wasn't part of the plans. Like, yo, bro.
Ashukuru ashukuru talepanga sana says. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate to see this happening. And chidamfisha umtima, know, because you have so much hope and guys,
World Cup.
But we're sure.
Because just upon qualifying, there's a certain amount that you come out.
You see that?
From group stage, there's a certain amount.
You see that?
Missing out the money.
But not even just money.
Even them players,
the players also, like you are saying.
It's an achievement.
Yeah. Like you are challenging, like kahanga kariaka but guys, World Cup to touch the like if I should ever like AFCON you should win.
The 2012 one.
Chimwela chava gwetama guys like 10 guys, 10. Sure. Even with the players, you really can't see that. Tafile sense. We hope for the best, but one Kocha needs to go.
Yeah,
I think that should be the first step.
Ngakumulipira
vakachitefya contract vakampere severance package
Yeah.
And they should just rebuild from scratch. And I think at this point, even when they get a new coach, I think sometimes the challenge with the issues when it comes to football is that we want instant results.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to do that, where you get a coach and you want things instantly. I think it's an issue of building a solid base. Once you have a solid base and a solid foundation, then now you can build on that. And what that means is, having a solid base with the coaches, with the players, with the football administration. Your football league, first of all, what level are you performing at? Because a lot of things have a bearing on what some of these things come out to be. You can tell just from the local leagues, this might not really go too far. So there needs to be a lot of work redone in that. How are people selected for the national team? How are coaches selected? How can we empower local coaches to get a better result? How can the administration put up, what structures and systems can they put up to ensure that regardless of a change in administration, the quality of football is maintained or is improved? And that takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. You might need to do like, okay, 10 to first. Bit by bit. Long-term goals. Now, definitely, because you've laid a strong foundation. Academies, proper standards, You have coaches who are trained with the proper certification, all those things. Yeah, no mbafi, coach quickly, like a quick fix. I think it will take a very long time. You might win, but it's here. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's out with the football. Quite unfortunate, but that guy has to go, man. Do something.
Avram Grant
He must
that
go.
guy should go. There's no way Levy. Yeah, Isula 2 times. The time we're playing against Morocco and the time we're playing against Niger, then you're disappointing the fans. No, it's not good. Niger. Kapshinga Niger.
Speaking about the stadium being full at Levy, there's something I came across in relation to Ama ticket sales game. Niku Levy Queen. Where was the
Levy.
Yeah, Levy Queen. So Levy takes what, about 50,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ama ticket sales, the estimated ticket sales was supposed to be 3 million kwacha. But collections from Compi ticket were only about 1 million kwacha.
So lost about
2 million kwacha missing.
Where is the money?
So what they found is that there were people who had counterfeit tickets, which they had. And I think they've been selling that, and I think that's where most of that money went. Now think of it. 2 million kwacha. Mwasenda kofi 1 million kwacha. Na shia MP shit. That's something else. That's some grand theft. But it's just even things like that. We need to put a tight lid on such things so that monies are collected. Make sure everything is done well. Yeah. So that's with the football. We move on to our last topic, that is politics. Politics is a very sensitive thing in Zambia. You have to be careful. Unfortunately, we've reached a point where speaking about politics can get you hurt or even killed in certain instances, which is very unfortunate. I think it's a very un-Zambian thing, and that's just been taken out of proportion. For you to be beaten for an opinion that you have, so people can no longer have opinions or choice as to what they want to believe or focus on or say politically. So when we talk about politics in Zambia, it's one of those things you have to be very careful how you are navigating the waters. And one of the other things I find very disappointing about Zambian politics now is it's killed our voices as citizens, because everything is viewed through a partisan lens. Even when you are genuinely affected by something or you have a genuine problem as a citizen, it's a grievance coming from your individual experience. Someone will either frame it, niwe opposition, or niwe oppressing or support our government. So nobody should cannot quote my opinions, yes. Because we must support somebody when it favors someone. No, that's unfortunate. I think in a healthy democracy, the citizens need space to express themselves politically.
True.
And they shouldn't be chastised or fear for their lives or fear violence for what it is they want to express, so long as it's within the confines of the law. But that's that. But have you heard of this name? Mdolo.
Yeah, I saw this Emmanuel. It was hosted by who? Emmanuel Mamba TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. William is Wheeler
Joseph.
Wheeler Joseph Mdolo is a Zambian citizen, born Zambian. Okay, from Chinga province. Is a businessman, currently based in South Africa. So he's come into the political picture by means of him wanting to be the PF president. He's a PF presidential aspirant. So it's caused quite some, some ruckus in the PF, because we've seen there's been a bit of this whole power, for lack of better terms, there's been a bit of a power struggle. So you have On one hand, you have Nakachinda and Given Winda, who seem to be on the same side with the other faction of you have Sean Tembo and Munduvide and those guys. So there's been a bit of a rift there. There's been some disagreements in the Tonse alliance based off of that. And as that has gone on, we are seeing more names kind of being thrown into the hat to want to be president. And that's so Mdolo is one of those names that has come up.
Yeah.
He seems to be a very wealthy person. So, he's really flexing his muscles on that end.
They're looking for who to fund the campaign.
So, some people are actually considering saying like, maybe this might be the guy that we need.
Yeah.
So he sat down with Emmanuel Mamba a few days ago just to talk about who he is and what his aspirations are. I didn't get to watch the full thing, but my thoughts on the whole situation is kind of like, this whole thing, like, is just come out of the blue, like, boom,
From
it's
nowhere.
a bit suspicious for me. Like, okay, where have you come from, bro? Why now?
And what's your interest?
What's your interest? And politicians now, we've learned, like, people will say what they have to say to get into power. They can give you the best plan and blueprint, but trust, when they get in that office,
they want to get whatever they want to get. Like,
then now you learn the hard way. Then now you discover like, oh, okay, well, but where's that thing we agreed on? No, actually we're doing this. Ngefi, So to have somebody just come through like that and want to contend to be president, I think is a bit misplaced. And if for those in the PF, what I would advise them is, hold your cards off of this guy, man. You don't know where he's come from. You don't know who's funding him. Where's he getting all this money from?
What's the agenda?
What's the agenda?
If this guy is,
and I think that's another challenge of Zambian politics, where the requirements for somebody to come into a political party or to gain a political party position is very low. You have individuals who come into a party and very quickly be elevated to a very high post because they got money. But money doesn't always translate into good leadership or
it doesn't.
Good positioning politics.
It doesn't.
That's how now we end up with all these situations where you have the wrong individuals in place. Because somebody supported you with money, you put them all, you are a minister.
Yeah.
But they have no knowledge about being a minister. They end up killing the name of your party and, some of the progressive things you're trying to do. Because you have such a low threshold. I think political parties need to have a stronger system of getting people into their party.
Into the party, yeah.
Yeah. And I think also they need to have a system of ensuring that the political parties don't have a shortage of leaders.
Yeah, true.
Because you can see from what we're seeing, whichever political party you look at, there's a leadership crisis. Okay.
They don't get to groom who can be the next guy.
There's no system that has made any of like the youth guys who are there, let's say from 2010, in any political party you can pick from. Where is that youth group that started with them, that has been groomed, that we can now look at and say, oh, but Aba, this can be the new president. So what's this? Because again, the way, if you look at Nanguni PF, in PF, there are certain guys, you can say, oh, okay, Christopher Kangombe, one or two younger people and what's this? Very brilliant. You can see what they're doing. They've been working in the party and what's this? You can see that, okay, Ava. Since Ava could take it, they should have pushed those younger guys up.
Yeah.
You look at UPND, same thing, Okay, the president has been the president for I don't know how long. But when he's no longer there, who can we even look at, say, Nanua next? Where is that crop of young leaders? That 10 people that we can see, say, okay, president these are the potential guys. If you know now, you will find this, unfortunately, and it's battle for
everyone wants to be.
Everyone wants to be, and that shouldn't be the case. There should be a system for making sure that only the best crop of leaders or minds are the ones making it to that top selection to be president. Not Bantu muntu na kwa tempi and whatnot.
Problem. Like, okay, who is going to fund the campaign,
Yeah.
because campaigns, it costs a lot.
Yeah, campaigns are quite costly.
So I mean, umuntu ali willing and become 20 million kwacha. As long as if you give me that chair,
Yeah.
let me be the party president. Like
And
how?
maybe even more than
Where
that,
have you
bro.
come from? Do you know the history of this party?
Yes.
Do you know the systems of this party? Do you know the constitution of this
Yeah.
party?
And do you even respect the systems of this
Yeah.
party? For you to just think that you just come, it's a shop where you just buy your position. You have to work your way through. What about the people who've been working all this time?
And if you think like you have the potential of becoming a president, why not form your own political party?
Okay, you now show the challenge with that. People don't want to spend the time. So they're just looking for a vehicle to take
Build
them
something
where-
from the ground.
that's what they don't.
Build something with a strong foundation.
That's what they don't. And for me, that's one of the things that I'm saying. Like, some of these people are saying, I think they're just opportunists. Like, they've seen a vehicle that can get them to go where they want to go.
So they just
But
want to jump in.
essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Like, who are you, bro? Yeah, making money is one thing, but it doesn't tell us what your other leadership qualities are.
Yeah, we don't.
What civic duties have you taken part in? What community projects have you done?
Yeah.
Now ngifeni ku church. Are you a member of the church? Walikwatako tuma youth wings or something uchitako support? What leadership thing have you done at the grassroots level? Not fiat pantu walikuwa tempia walikuwa tanani. Because again, this whole issue of like business people in Zambia, like some of these people have money.
They won't even explain how properly they got the money.
Yes, you know, they're very mysterious type of people.
They won't.
They'll give you a
So
story.
how did you acquire this?
Eh.
No, Shani.
Would in a
Shani.
business, what business
Like
do you
how
have?
long have you been running this business?
What business do you have? How many employees do you have? Finshi mupanga. No mama business ya Zambia wakati ma deal
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of dealers who just all of a sudden become rich. And they'll give you the story. It's like, yeah, okay, but some of these stories, bro, it's a bit tricky.
Show us.
So that's the political climate. And, you know, it's getting interesting and a bit hot because we're moving closer to the elections now. So for us citizens, we'll have a bit of a good ride for maybe for a few months, 6 months or so.
Yeah, and the registration of voters, I think,
It has commenced.
So please,
go and register.
Go and register
so that you vote. If you don't vote, other will vote on your behalf and things will get worse.
Yeah, then you keep on complaining. So
we all voted. You might have been disappointed. You might have been happy. If you're happy, go vote for what you want. If you're disappointed, go vote for what you don't want. You know, but at the end, they take part so that you at least stand a chance to get the outcome that you want. You know, and what was that? Like, I want to say, like, last time the voting, like, it was hell. So this time around, I just need to change the polling station I'm going to be voting from. Because when they're like 04, left like 16 hours, bro.
The whole day.
The whole day, just vote. That's frustrating. But that's why I don't vote. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I just need to change the polling station.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, that's that, man. You know, but what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Like, if you were to advise, let's say, a party like or the Tonse Alliance, what would you advise them in terms of finding a way forward? And who they should endorse?
On who they should endorse, it's up to them. But the whole advice I can give them is people shouldn't see it there's chaos in a political party.
Yeah.
That shows like, okay, so if you win, where are you going to take us? I think if there's a misunderstanding as a political party, you sit down behind the closed door where people don't get to see, okay,
yeah.
So if you want to, let's say, win the next general elections, let's put things in order. Then they all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, in Shishibe, Kesa convention, then they get to pick who
they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all the best to them. I hope they can eventually come up with a candidate to front. But hopefully to also be somebody well thought and somebody worth being there. Yeah, because it's important to have a healthy opposition in a
True.
democracy. You
True.
can't just have a situation where there's no healthy opposition. No. Yeah. But with that said and done, ladies and gents, we've come to the end of our session today. We're closing off.
Peace.
Check you out next time. Peace out.